We don't dream anymore. We just black out and wake up. That seems quite disconcerting.
I mean, I suppose the dreams were mostly us kind of rediscovering our memories, and,
Yeah.
we've kind of done that now?
That tracks. I don't know though, I feel like there's something significant about what we just discussed. But I can't quite place it. Oh well. We'll figure it out. More importantly,
Did we have when?
actually no, we don't.
It's like, I don't think that's actually true there, Sergey. I think you're missing one.
Can you imagine Leah being able to say when though?
How is that any different than her being able to say why? You know she would use it in the exact same manner.
To be honest, she could say most of everything that needed to be said just using hi and Leah. It's really quite remarkable. Anyway, we're back on Power Island again. There's not really anything new here. Most of the overworlds haven't actually changed at all.
I mean, that would make sense, since we are basically just in the end game.
Alright, let's go through the whole briefing again for the benefit of the only person who doesn't already know everything that's going on.
Ah, I see that, she signed up for the level 70 version of the raid instead of the level 41.
I'd like to think it scales organically. At least in the lore, anyway. In the CrossCode, you know how this works. Anyway, it's time for Buggy's redemption. Alright, for real this time. With no interruptions and no weird drama. Also, this is honestly a pretty good way to reintroduce you to, you know, the actual active part of the game. I think it tracks. Anyway, since we're doing the DLC, I decided to rejigger most of our text, so I'd say roughly 70% of the ones that could have been swapped. have been swapped, so we're going to see some interesting new techs. Also, some of them I'm just going to completely flub because I've never used them before, and I forget sometimes that our ranged thunder tech isn't just broken and homes automatically. Radiant Swarm is very good, it does more damage than Mjolnir, but you do actually have to hit people with it.
It's fucked up that this game would expect you to actually aim at things.
Right? It's intolerable. Mostly what I've learned through this process is that all of the techs are actually very good. And all of them are very fun, even the ones that seem like they kind of won't be. This game is actually deceptively well made. And a lot of the ways in which it's the most well made are the things that, you know, like all the best game design, they just seem effortless. It doesn't seem like there's been any design work done at all. Which is an effect that you can only get by doing the best design work. Anyway, remember this gimmick? Yeah, me either. They took the time to put at least some kind of a new twist on this. The good news is that they could have been a lot more dickish about this. How this actually works is it alternates the mask every time you... Well, it's when you have one block active and you need to hit the second one that it masks them. When you can choose either one, you can see them all, so you don't have to commit the entire field to memory. So that's nice when you know that. Though it might cause you to panic a little bit when you don't know that yet. I don't know how I feel about instilling the fear of a bad game design that never comes to pass in the player. Is that itself bad game design? I will read your papers on this subject. Anyway, these do scale up a little bit, but not that much. The scaling in this game, the one that's just based on level anyway, isn't... I also don't know for certain the extent to which enemy stats in this game are generated or handwritten. A lot of enemies seem like they can scale nice and organically. And there do seem to be scaling patterns, but also a remarkable number of enemies have basically just what I'm gonna call mean numbers. You see 9001 and 1337, etc, pop up. You see all these little runs of shitposting when you go through the enemy stats. So I feel like at least some of it has to be handwritten.
Are you telling me that you don't think an enemy with 1337 attack that somebody placed that there and that wasn't naturally generated by the AI?
Just a feeling. Ah well. This concludes the redemption of Buggy. It was a good run. Fortunately though, we seem to once again to flawlessly recover, which, as has been observed, is probably the least realistic part of this whole simulated MMO scenario.
You know, I appreciate that even the UI is making fun of him.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I hope everyone appreciated that. Because it's a real and authentic mirror of how we feel. Also, this one particular bit Don't think I don't notice that they wait a little longer before telling you that he fucked up. For what I presume is the sole purpose of causing you to also fuck up.
What even happens if you fuck up in this?
Very little. You have to do it again, basically.
What, like all the cubes regenerate, or...?
Not all of them. It's just that you're supposed to hit one and then hit the corresponding one. And then both of them disappear. So if you hit the wrong one, then you have to pick one again.
I'm sure that's nothing.
I have a weird feeling
I'm sure that's nothing.
Definitely not anything brewing here. Definitely no indication at all that our process of bringing avatars around to their wonderful new reality has any oversights in it. Idly, I wonder what are the various logistical and ethical considerations in finding out whether or not an avatar even wants to be put back into the game. Just, by the way, just a little sidebar to things going on in my head. Also, what do you do if they tell you that they do not? I will definitely read your papers on this subject. Because, we're just opening all the cans here, folks. I continue to be largely unsure of exactly how organic or artificial the idea of the team on the other side cleaning out their blocks is. Because it's definitely not instant. It's also not based on any kind of trigger, like, you know, it always happens after you do it. It always seems to happen at a slightly different point each time. But also we can see sometimes into the other side and we never see them over there, so... I'm pretty sure they're not actually being simulated over there doing their fight, but... Can't help but look behind the curtain, you know? Okay, no obvious signs of anything wrong. No weird floating error messages. Did everyone notice that the last time, by the way? There were all these weird, like, red pop-ups in this room the first time we came here, because the teleport system was being hacked. Because this game has a remarkable dedication to foreshadowing. Just a detail. I also don't know how much we're to read into the notion of the fact that even now, even in the epilogue, or possibly especially because it's the epilogue, that CrossCode might be playing that dangerous game again where it tries being deliberately, thematically bad. Because, you know, it's the raid. It's the raid again. The raid was, frankly, not that interesting the first time around. And we are literally, texturally, doing it again. And I'm pretty sure that they intend us to feel kind of iffy about the whole notion of this, like this being it. Is this really what we're back into the game for? To just play out all the greatest hits again?
I mean, to be fair, that's also very explicitly what Luke is asking, so, you know.
Well, quite. That's the thing. They're taking this thing and they're just bringing it up. They're coming out and saying it.
I suppose it is fair, though, that in the process of saying it, they are also making you do the thing.
They are calling themselves out for a thing that they're doing. I do feel like, on the whole, this game gets away with when it does that, but it flies a little close to the sun. So, this is a bit of a swerve. I don't know what the hell I was expecting at this point, but... fuck it. Skull airship. Why not? Naturally, this whole thing is a convoluted puzzle boss. Well, I say convoluted, it's not that complicated, it's just a tiny bit involved. And absolutely unavoidably involves the other team. Mostly what this actually is just an ongoing melee that gradually ratchets up and keeps introducing elemental complications. And mostly our job is just to kill the big important things. And then we swap places and then we have to be told where to shoot the stuff, so I can see what they're going for. The once again, the whole duality teamwork thing is, yeah, that's right. On the other hand, the bit where the other team has to actually shoot the things into the turrets pretty much just becomes, from our perspective, is we just kill stuff and then somebody else says something. So I don't know. I can see what they're going for here, but I think this concept feels a tiny bit incomplete.
Oh, I see where this is going. I'm not sure this boss design really has it in it to support that many rounds.
Oh, I've got excellent news. The health bar is it's about the phases, not about the actual number of hit points. So, this is not going to be like 8 phases long. Don't worry about that. There are 3 phases. There are no more than 3 phases. Also, each phase does add more turrets, but that really does not actually add that much more time. Once the other team starts sending stuff over, they continue it pretty quickly. Well, I guess Buggy's redemption is back on.
Is it Buggy's redemption, or is it Emily's disgrace? You tell me.
I think a little of Column Tackler A and a little of Column Tackler B. There's no reason we can't have both. Really though, it's a big complicated raid boss event. We are kind of contractually obliged to have minor fuck-ups all over the place. I think it would have been funny if they'd made the fuck-ups, cause more of a problem, but I don't know how convincingly they could have gotten away with that.
Yeah, that would have been unfortunate because... especially because most of them, there's nothing you can do wrong here. At least short of...
Well, I mean, when it comes your turn, you can shoot the things into the wrong turrets.
Right. Right, but you would have to be... You would have to be actively fucking it up, though. Unless Buggy lies to you again. Which is, certainly a distinct possibility. But, you don't really have any sort of opportunity to miscommunicate with them. Because everything's all done by Emily and Luke, so...
Yeah. I both do and don't like this fight. There's a lot of decent stuff, it's fun, and ultimately it is still just, what if we just played CrossCode for 5 minutes? I cannot stress enough that the basic fundamental acts of playing this game are just, they're good and fun and satisfying. Also, I totally missed it, so I had to pause the game and double check. Don't forget that you can review dialogue. I would have been kind of quietly amazed if they had temporarily disabled the dialogue review for this fight. I think that would have been both incredible and dickish.
I mean, they probably should have.
There's such a thing as being a tiny bit too spiteful. But yeah. Just a little, oops, I totally missed in the heat of battle kind of a statement. But on the other hand, they can continuously see what one's blowing, so they should be able to just tell us again. Maybe if you leave it long enough, they do. So much to investigate. And yeah.
2 points, huh? For all of that.
Two entire points, and only in the neutral tree. Most of the stuff in the neutral tree costs 4 points at this point. But also, I guess canonically we could have been able to do this earlier, so I don't even know. We've got much more important things to overthink right now. Incidentally, you'd think Luke, of all people, would know, probably the second best out of everyone here, how difficult it is to do good gaming in the middle of an existential crisis. Maybe it's those Evitar memory issues acting up again. Do testing, folks. Just a little PSA. Failing that, I hear Instatainment have a history of taking on AI software developers. So you in particular might have, something in this. You know, if that's not somehow even more grim. Matter of perspective, I guess.
I like that our goose is busy chasing Luke back to his house. Wow, huh, that is a funny coincidence, huh? We never did see Tronny again, did we?
Yeah. Canonically, Leah has absolutely no idea about any of this.
I guess to be fair, I don't think any of them actually do they? Other than, like, maybe Sergei.
Yeah. Sergei definitely, has some idea what's going on. And I guess it's finally time to have that conversation.
That was extremely fast. Was he just, like, standing outside the whole time? Just, like, calling us and being like, alright, I'm coming over. And then he just, like, walks out from around the corner of our house.
Anyway, let me tell you about how much foreshadowing you missed. I mean, I won't actually, because it would be kind of insufferable, but this pretty much is the case. It's one of those things that the game just hides this in among all the fluff that you deal with during the downtime. It's Citron was the guy who was pushing us to do the raids.
Interesting.